Well, good morning, guys. So just getting the car packed because we're heading off to the markets this morning. The weather's not looking fabulous. It was only a matter of time before it was going to kick in. We've been told, excuse me, we've been told that we're going to have bulk rain for the next however many days, like 5-6 days or something in a row. So it was meant to rain yesterday and today. Looks more like it's going to rain today than anything. Yesterday actually wasn't too bad. It was a little bit of like grey cloud, but should be right. It's going to kick in soon. We are up in Darwin at the wet season, so it's only a matter of time. But just quickly, we took the car out last night for our anniversary, literally just down the road, and I've just woken up this morning and this is on the rear tyre. So for those who don't know what that is a cicada shell. So basically, I don't know if you've seen a cicada. If you haven't, I'll put in a little photo here somewhere and a description of what it is. But they are super loud. They're quite large when they do grow to full size. But this is what happens when they shed. So basically, they're like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly and cracking out of its cocoon sort of thing, or a snake shedding its skin. And they literally leave them all over trees. There's one over here, it's still here. So I'll show you, there's a couple here on the tree. There's one there. There's another one there. I seen this one yesterday, it was actually on the bin. I was thinking, how could it be on the bin when they're consistently changing this bin all the time and moving it and whatnot? But that blew me away, the one on the back of the tyre, because that was literally just overnight and it's there. So they obviously shed it quite quickly. And yeah, I was like, wow, there you go. But anyway, moving on, we're off to Parup. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Parup Markets, which is just in town in Darwin. It's only on Saturdays, from what I believe, from 8 to 2. And it's, well, from what I've seen on the photos, it's got like everything from food to markets to stalls to clothes to just about anything. So it looks really, really cool. We haven't been to a market properly, probably since Port Douglas. We went up there and they had weekend markets for Saturday and Sunday. So if you haven't checked them out before, they're really good too. Yeah, so we'll go and check that out. Probably get some brekkie and some coffee up there. Hopefully this weather holds out long enough that we can enjoy it and then come back. And yeah, we'll just see what else happens today.
Sticky rice.
Oh, sticky rice?
Oh,
sticky rice?
We haven't had that in a long time.
Oh my god, Thailand all over again. Sticky rice. It's an absolute favourite.
Palm sugar.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Woohoo! Yeah. Gotta get at least one.
Can we? Oops.
You don't want to lose it. You don't want to lose it.
That is a big mango.
$5 a kilo. That'd be nearly a kilo, eh? Look at the size of that thing. I had 3 mangoes yesterday. It would have been the equivalent of nearly 2 of them.
Fighter planes, they always fly over here. Can you hear it?
There it is.
Where?
Yeah, wow, literally, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like lychee.
This one dead one.
What is it? Do you know?
Jackfruit.
Yep.
Looks like mini flowers are about to burst on it.
Oh man, smell it.
I feel like we've just gone to Thailand.
Oh, it
like,
literally feels like it. It smells definitely like it too.
it's so good. I want to eat one of everything, but I don't know that I have enough belly room to do that.
Like if you're keen on Thai and Chinese, and it's predominantly Thai, isn't it? Like there's a lot of it.
Like Southeast Asian food, oh my god.
It's got fresh fruits, it's got vegetables, it's got heaps of stuff.
It's really cool.
Wow, like the smells here are insane. I wish you could smell it.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, my guts is like.
Well, I think we're gonna do a lap and just finish looking around, and then after that, let's just get one of like all the little things that we want to try and stuff, and then go and sit down somewhere.
This reminds me of East Street in Brisbane.
Yeah.
I'm from Brisbane, you know, East Street. This is literally like a mini version of it.
It is, but this is still more
I reckon this is way
Asian, I
better.
think, than East Street. East Street's
coconut.
commercialised.
Yeah.
This is like,
For us, this is
this
like.
is cool.
Oh, this is right up our alley.
That's so cool. So cool. Your peanut sauce?
Sure.
Yeah.
Peanut.
Okay, sauce.
Oh, they're skewers.
That is so good. What do you reckon?
So good.
I think I just spat because my mouth is watering so hard.
Yeah. Jada, trying to cool it off for you. Tell me, what's it like? Yeah? Is it hot? Mango on the beach. All right. I think we're just having classic banana smoothies.
How are you?
Good, mate. Good. Good to see you busy.
Yes,
Wow.
today's alright.
Num num num.
What have you got, Jack? Is it good?
He's been hanging out for some reason this whole time.
Yeah.
He smells food. If we're sitting in the car and there's food in there,
He
we're trying to
knows.
sneak it. He knows instantly.
That's why he's as chunky as he is.
That's what Dad's as chunky as he is.
Can't get away with food around these two.
And whereabouts in Brisbane? I know that place. It's about ARM. Just kidding.
Yeah, I love Thai basil. So good. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Salad. Ah. I haven't done that yet. Fried rice. Fried rice.
Give out something for sandwich.
Look at this potato thing.
It's not, it's garlic.
The Thai doesn't go into
He's like not sure what to think of him.
Here's the kookaburra. Guess what this one is? I think it's the kookaburra. That one they don't love. They just go cook. Yeah, wrong, mate.
Jada, are you going to learn to do that? Yeah.
Well, you've got the whole pack, so you'll be able to do that.
So I wanted to show you one of the recipes that we've adapted. We used to do this at home. It's still really easy to do it in the van, and it lasts a lifetime as well. So we buy these little soup sachets and just use a heap of fresh veggies basically. You have a couple of flavors of these. There's the Thai, the Tom Yum Goong, and then there's a spice one, and then there's also a chicken one, but the chicken one is really hard to find now. Jada used to really like the chicken one, and I honestly just can't find the stuff. So instead, Jada gets her 2-minute noodles with it because these ones are just a bit spicy for her. And then what we do is just chop up a heap of veggies. Like, it's really just whatever I have in the fridge at the time. So we've got broccoli, zucchini, eggplant, carrot, bok choy, and this is Thai basil. If you've never had Thai basil before, I highly recommend you try it out. It is like, it's aniseedy. It's such a good flavor. So yeah, some of these, like the mushrooms and the broccoli, I'm just trying to use up, and then the rest of this I actually bought from the markets today, so I'm excited to have it. So these little sachets, they're literally like 2-minute noodles. They've got little like square noodles in them that roll up. I don't know if you can see in the picture, they roll up into circles, and like a flavor sachet. So they're just basically an Asian version of this. If you've never had halloumi before, I highly recommend you try it. It is amazing. It adds a nice amount of salt into whatever you're eating. So this is not something I would usually put with it, but because Chris is getting the grill out to do his eggplant, I'm going to get him to do some halloumi as well. Thanks, babe. Check it out. With these little soup mixers, I thought I'd just show you what's inside. So you got the square noodles, which will go round when you cook them. And then this little flavour bag as well. So in here, I get it open. You've got this one here, which is your seasoning powder. And then you've got this one, which is an oil. And you've also got a little chili bag. So if you don't want it to be too spicy, just use these two. If you want to add spice, have this one. Check out Jack in the background. He's into everything, hey. Nothing is sacred anymore. So we used to have these really big bowls at home, and we called them man bowls, and they're kind of like a plate but like a bowl. I don't know, but you could fit everything. So you had the noodles, the veg, the soup, like everything in one bowl. But the limit being in a caravan is that you don't have that. So this is what I do instead. I'll do our noodle soup in here, and then around the edge we just got all our veggies and additives, so you can dip and eat as you want. And that'll be the same for all of us. So there you have it, everyone. That's dinner tonight. So those noodle packets cost like $1 each, and what we've probably got $8 worth of veggies there, and it probably took 15 minutes. So quick and easy and healthy meal.
So I'm going to show you something. It's nothing that exciting, but as a caravaner, it's pretty exciting, and it's nice to see, because I'm here this morning doing this job. Now, this isn't normally always my job. Sean does do it every now and again, so I can't complain too much. But the one thing I do notice a lot of these places is you got to carry sanitizer or some sort of soap or something in the car or with you, because normally I've got this little pump action bottle of sanitizer I use all the time. So I normally use the hose at the dump point to wash my hands, and then I'll come over and I'll sanitize them at the same time, just for some sort of protection after touching. It's basically, it's the toilet of the caravan parks. Like, everybody uses them for their dump points and playing with these things and whatnot, so you want to try and be as hygienic as possible. So I'll wash my hands, I've always got a rag in the back to dry them, and then I'll throw some sanitizer on. But then when I get back to the caravan, I'll normally soap up and do a proper job. But here in Darwin at the Free Spirit, I found one of the best dump points I've ever seen, hands down, this whole trip, after what are we now, nearly 9.5 months. So basically they do have the big blue dump easy point, which are great. There are a lot worse out there. That's fine. But the best part about all this is this bit. So you got the hose as normal for your water to flush all this out and fill up your cartridge and give it a rinse. But then this whole basin, it's a whole sink basin, and they've got a foam wash hand cleaner. How good is that? I've never left a dump point with my hands smelling so nice and feeling so clean. It's the smallest thing in the world, but it means so much. Just little things like this just make life that much easier. So Free Spirit, Darwin, you're onto it. This is a great setup, I love it. That's another quick tip if you're new to this or you haven't done much of this before. I learned the hard way, and I think a lot of people do. Before I open that blue lid down there, I take the lid off the cartridge and I put it somewhere out of the way and safe. Because my bad experience that I had was at Kenilworth, and I'd opened the blue lid, I've taken the lid off the cartridge, and the thing spun out of my hand, and you know what? Went straight down the bloody hole. I was like, are you kidding me? It took us nearly 3 or 4 days to get a lid again. So we had no cartridge for about 4 days, I think it was. Not good. So just a quick, simple tip there. Leave the lid shut, take your lid off your cartridge, and then empty it in. Then make sure you shut the lid again after you've washed out, and then put your lid back on the cartridge. Hot tip right there. How much easier is that? That's awesome. Oh, it even smells good. It's so good, I love it. So normally I'll give that about 2 rinses, because the first one's got all the gunk in it when you obviously tip it out for the very first time, and then the first flush gets most of the remains out, and then the second one, just as long as there's clear water coming out, you're happy days. But yeah, normally about 2 flushes does the job. And yeah. Alright, head back to the caravan, because we have something very exciting happening today. Holy, we've been waiting months and months and months for this to happen, and it's finally here. It's the final pieces going onto this car. I think you know what that might be. This front end's never going to look the same again. So we got Jada outside having a bit of a play with some
Kinetic
Modelling clay.
modelling clay.
Modelling
and
clay.
I made these 3 flowers on my own, and Mum's helping me make another one with 2 colours. And I think they're pretty good. This one was the first one, second, third. I think I like this one the most.
You've done pretty well.
They're drying still though.
There's Mum helping out.
I'm a big kid, I can't help it.
She couldn't help herself, she come out.
I need Chris to do a voiceover for the next preview on an episode. He's come in, he's like, let's do it while Jack's asleep. I'm like, wait, I'm making flowers. Priorities.
Well, a wet season is actually here. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's thunder. Holy bloody hell. It is pissing down. It's windy, there's lightning. That bloody thunder, listen to it. I'm excited about this because we love our storms. I can imagine what we're going to get up here because this is meant to be one of the biggest wet seasons they've predicted in a couple of years, so we will see. Oh, I love the sound of that. Put in the comments below if you're a storm lover like we are. But, we still have no car. We were meant to have our car back today. They've still got a few little tweaky things they want to do with the car. So they're going to get that done this afternoon and I'll probably have it for a couple of hours tomorrow. But yeah, without the car it makes it a little bit hard to get around and this sort of stuff anyway. So we could get the umbrella out, but there's a lot of lightning going on. And yeah, I don't want to take our chances. Ah, listen to it. It is ridiculous how many lightning bolts there are coming out of here. It's insane. Oh, there was a massive one. Shut to the caravan, just like looking at me like, what? Oh, I know I say it a lot, but it gives me goosebumps. Ah. It's actually crazy walking on these like pathways and roads with all this water beneath me because it's hot. The water's actually hot because there's so much heat in the road. It's ridiculous. Like, it just shows you how hot it gets up here. It's insane. The one good thing about when it does rain, it's so much cooler. 10 times cooler. But then you can't do as much, so it's like a catch-22 really. So it's our third day without a car today. So we've been pretty much stuck in the caravan with the kids while it's raining and no car to go anywhere to do anything. But it hasn't been the end of the world. It's more for Jack because he's now walking and he's really just wants to get out and just run. He's like a puppy that's just found his legs the first time and he just wants to go like crazy. So it's been a little bit hard for him, which I feel for him, but it's not really much you can do. It's probably the hardest thing about sometimes caravanning and being in the middle of nowhere and it just absolutely pissing down for a day or two because you're just stuck inside. If he was a bit older, obviously you got movies and things to do. Older kids would be great. Yeah, for your little fellas and boys and girls, it does get a little bit harder, but there's always something to keep them entertained. Hi, what are you doing? You having fun? Really? How cool is this? Nature's bath. It's free. So we've literally just got out of the Uber.
How's the snorkel?
Oh, if only you could see what I can see right this second. They've just backed out of the shop as we pulled up. What timing? Are you excited? I can see the snorkel already. Holy shit!
Really cool. I can't see the profile.
Wow.
In the front.
I'm already excited. Let's go check it out.
Oh, I love it. It's so cool.
It's so different.
We have a winch.
I haven't had a winch like ever, and now I got an awesome winch and an awesome bar, and now a snorkel. Oh my god, it's like next level.
There's no ding in the front anymore.
It actually looks new again because there's no scuff marks
Really
and
cool.
marks and bloody dints and everything all over the front.
So we've got that front bar on now, and we're going to test our axle weights and our total GVM. It's pretty exciting. Apparently this place runs on Wi-Fi. Oh, here we go, single play Wi-Fi. So we're just waiting for it to join. Log in. I accept the terms. Log in. This is the coolest weighbridge I've ever seen. So they've got a single plate weighbridge on this side, and then over on the other side there's actually a dual weighbridge. So I'm just waiting for it to log in. So it turns out that the Wi-Fi is actually not that great, so I'm just gonna use the actual screen and do it that way instead, I think. Slow. Stop. Yeah, keep coming. Whoa. So basically Chris is just measuring from the ground up to the bottom of the chassis, and then what happens is when you wind it down onto this weight tool, which he's got behind him here, you need it to be sitting at around about the same height to get an accurate ball weight, because if it's too high or too low it won't be right. So pretty much from a weight perspective we're pretty good. Hey, like, we're actually pretty good. I'm gonna go home. I want to put this all into a spreadsheet. I just want to double check, make sure everything's right. I can't quite remember what the rear axle maximum weight was and that, so I just want to write it all down, make sure it's all right, and then I'll put it in a little spreadsheet.
Morning guys. Thought I'd show you around our new campsite. So we were at Free Spirit, at Darwin. I keep thinking in bloody Cairns. I always go to say Cairns because we spent so long there and we're in another major city. But yeah, Free Spirit. It's actually a really good little, well, I shouldn't say little, it's quite a big caravan park. It reminds me a lot of Cairns Coconut. It's probably where I'm getting it from. But yeah, it's really good. It's got heaps of room. There's like 3 or 4 different sections around the place. But we were there for like a good week, and it was just, I don't know, we tend to get a bit bored with certain places after a long time. So a week was long enough for us, and we thought, bugger it, we'll go check out another place, or a couple of places around this sort of area, because where we are near Darwin, there's quite a few just in this sort of vicinity within about 15-20 k's. So we did find this one where we're at currently now, which is the Oasis Caravan Park at Virginia. So judging by the photos and the videos and everything that we've seen, it looked really good. It literally lives up to its name, called Oasis. There's palm trees everywhere, and it's literally just secluded out of nowhere. So really, really nice. Thought I'd take you for a bit of a walk around and show you what's here, because again, we do base most of our visits and trips on pools, and this one of course has a pool. I'm kind of enjoying it because it's really secluded. It's got all those nice sort of trees and palm trees to give you a bit of privacy on one side, so you can leave the windows open, and then you've got a nice concrete slab, plenty of room for us in the car. You're off the road. You can see all the other caravans and everything out the back here. They're just tucked away in these little pockets. It's really cool. So literally from where we are here, just down there is the pool. So it's not far at all, which I'll take you down there in a sec. But if I turn around, it's another very short walk up to the toilets and the laundry. So you've got a couple of little day use tables and stuff over here. You've got your laundry, clotheslines, and then up here we've got the men's and ladies, and then smack bang in the middle you got your laundry. It looks like they're $4. So $4 for a dryer and a washer. So I've got a few washing machines and a dryer there for everyone, which is pretty cool. But then look at this, like, how cool is that? Just palm trees for days. It's just got a really good vibe, really good feel about this. I'll take you down to the pool, because this pool is unreal. I don't know how new it is, but it looks pretty bloody new. Check this out. How good is that? There's a little frog in there. I don't know if you can see that. Just kicking around having a swim. Don't blame me, it looks bloody beautiful.
Was it? Sucked his finger down. What is it?
So we're doing a big, what we call now a grill. What is it? No, fry up, sorry.
A fry up, yeah.
Got that wrong.
A cook up, a fry up.
A fry up.
It's a pommy thing.
So we learned this from our pommy mates, English mates, Paul and Annie, that we've been hanging out with for a fair while since the Cape. And what they used to do was basically just about anything you had in the fridge, you throw on a plate. But it's more like a breakfasty kind of feel to it, isn't it?
For an Australian, it feels like breakfast.
Yeah, but for them it's obviously different. But basically it's like anything from like what we're doing today. We're doing bacon, we've got sausages, we've got some bread, baked beans, and chips. It's literally like all the best things in one one plate. So got the bread on, got the baked beans going, I've got the sausages outside and the bacon, which I'll come out and show you in a sec. And we got the chips on, so the chips are pretty much ready. If you haven't seen or heard or used one of these, highly recommend it. This thing has been a lifesaver. There's so many things you can do with this. I'll tell you what, chips is right up there. Look how crispy they are. That only took 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah, you can do, pork belly is the best. That's what sold us on an air fryer straight off the bat, way back in the day. Was my parents, they had one and they were cooking pork belly in it. They said you need to try this pork belly, it is something else. So we got some sausages, chicken I believe, and some leftover bacon. And we normally use the bacon for brekkies in the morning, but we haven't been doing a lot of it lately, so that's a good reason to cook her up now and get it done. Clean out this fridge and all food that's going to go off, we're only going to throw away anyway, so it's good to use it all up now and get rid of it.
I thought I mentioned too, on a day like this, when we eat something like this is usually our meal for the day. So it's like 1:20 and we haven't really eaten today. So
No.
this is it, and we won't do dinner later. Maybe a beer or two, but that's it. It's our,
Yeah, normally,
you stock up on this and then you're done.
if anything, if we have breakfast, we won't have lunch and we'll have dinner. Or if we have lunch, and normally does us through to the next day. But it just depends. Like we might eat some big meals or some like how do they eat that all the time sort of meals. But in saying that, we don't eat a lot of it. It's only either one meal, maybe two a day if you're lucky, sort of thing. So yeah,
We graze.
we more graze than anything. But yeah, just so you know, we don't eat like this every single day. I know we're big on pubs and we love our big pub meals and beers and whatnot, but there's a method to the madness. So
If we go to the pub and have a pub meal, that's like this. It's our meal for the day.
yeah,
And then apart from that, we end up
Just
eating
splurge.
like fruit and small stuff. So
yeah.
fun facts about Big Oz. We spend the day at Litchfield. The weather is not on our side and we nearly lose the drone to a front of rain. So we pop the camera in a nappy bag and soldier on. Seeing everything so green and pumping with life was fantastic, even though swimming wasn't possible in every location. We also finally show you what soap leaves are meant to do.